I do think there's a distinct lack of shame in society at the moment. I think shame is very different to guilt. Guilt is a very useless.
Always knew the bad news was coming with Todd, because he'd go, here's the thing. And he said, we're going to lose the orchestra in Dresden, and we have to do all of the conducting first.
No, it's so hard to do what you really, really desperately want in life. It's so much easier just to do you don't care either way about.
Being attractive doesn't preclude being intelligent.
The Hollywood golden couple facade of Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively is facing its most sophisticated challenge yet, and this time, it isn't coming from internet rumors or leaked tabloid snippets. For years, the industry has whispered about a pattern of behavior that many describe as systematic bullying. But the latest voice to join the conversation is one that carries immense weight: the legendary Cate Blanchett. In a scorching new interview, the two-time Oscar winner has finally broken her silence on an incident that many are calling a stunning replacement and a blatant act of legacy theft. If the world thought the Justin Baldoni drama was an isolated event, these new revelations suggest that the dragon tactics Blake Lively is accused of using today have been part of her playbook for years, aimed at even the most respected icons in the business.
So it's all about, as you move forward in life, what's your moral compass? What do you where does kindness and humanity sit in a really brutal world?
What does that mean?
Well, in terms of trying, I mean, Did you see the movie?
I did see the movie. But I mean,
We're going to give you a pop quiz.
There's going to be a pop quiz every minute of it.
But shame and regret and the lessons one can learn from that are, I think, are very powerful.
Cate Blanchett is one of the greatest actresses in the world, but she's had a lot of flops in the last 5 years, and because of that, she's telling people she's out.
Being attractive doesn't preclude being intelligent.
Great story, Monuments Men. So
you like working with those lads?
I do like those lads. They're very smart, very funny, and it's a great period of Second World War history. So, and Berlin's such a great...
And thought she seemed nice, and little did I know.
Yeah. Buck has a matching pet monkey with coordinating outfits, and I was like, I would love to be part of the show, but I can't act with a monkey. And then I got a few of them.
The digital trail of this controversy begins with a decade-long partnership between Cate Blanchett and the fashion house Chanel, a relationship that many viewed as a perfect match of elegance and timeless sophistication. Blanchett wasn't just a celebrity face. She was deeply integrated into the brand's Women in Cinema campaign. In 2021, she signed a multi-season contract that included a commissioned legacy short film written by her husband, Andrew Upton. The project was a minimalist, black-and-white piece designed to celebrate pure storytelling. However, when the time came for the campaign's big reveal, Blanchett was nowhere to be found. In her place stood Blake Lively, a sudden replacement that left industry insiders and fans completely blindsided. This wasn't a standard contract expiration or a mutual parting of ways. It was what many believe was calculated sabotage. Reportedly, Chanel contacted Blanchett's team just as the campaign was ready to launch, claiming the direction had shifted. Industry speak for an abrupt termination. Everything clicked when Blake Lively was unveiled as the new face of the campaign, wearing Chanel from head to toe during the promotion of her film A Simple Favor.
All right, Blake Lively is out and about in the UK promoting her One Simple Favor, right? Is that the name? Yep, she's out. She's wearing this Chanel head to toe V. Here's the look in the runway.
The betrayal cut deeper when it was revealed that Chanel didn't even bother to scrap the creative concept built around Blanchett. They allegedly kept the structure of Upton's work, threw in some glitter, and added red lipstick to fit Blake's wellness brand. A stylist who worked on the campaign reportedly leaked text messages revealing that Blake was never part of the original creative plan. Her team had allegedly pitched a lucrative cross-platform wellness and beauty deal that was too tempting for Chanel to pass up, essentially pricing Blanchett out of her own legacy. This bold move to yank an icon out of the spotlight was just the beginning of a strategy to reposition Blanchett as outdated, while framing Blake as the fresh new face swooping in to save the brand from fading relevance. For Blanchett, it wasn't just about a lost contract. It was about watching her husband's creative work being repurposed to serve the ego of a younger actress who had maneuvered her way into the seat. The fallout reached a boiling point during a private Chanel dinner in Paris in March 2023. Blanchett, who had RSVP'd months in advance, was set to premiere Upton's short film that evening. However, just 2 weeks before the event, Chanel announced that Blake Lively would be honored as the face of the new campaign instead. Blanchett's film was quietly scrapped, replaced by Blake's wellness-themed beauty film. Despite the blatant disrespect, Blanchett attended the dinner with her head held high, only to overhear Blake at a nearby table telling a Chanel creative that the original script was beautiful but kind of outdated. This moment of selective outrage and public dismissiveness reportedly left Blanchett quietly heartbroken, realizing that her decade of loyalty meant nothing in the face of Blake's aggressive branding tactics.
You know, it's sometimes good to be really simple. I mean, Matisse says this fantastic thing. It's just, you know, don't try and be original. Just be simple.
On Gossip Girl, who was the biggest diva on set?
Biggest diva on set of Gossip Girl.
You can say it because it's so far away from where you are now. That show's over. I suggest that you do not pass on another question.
Thank you, Chelsea.
I wish I could take all of my passes back and use them all right now. Yeah. Wow. Let me just say, that was a tough show to film, and I didn't end up actually filming all of the episodes I was supposed to because it was such a tough film.
Really? Literally, you said, get me out of this.
It was also like, get him out of here. Yeah,
oh, really?
Yeah.
So it just literally was that. Whose love interest were you?
I was Blake Lively's love interest.
You were?
Yeah.
Okay, well then.
Sounds like she was the problem.
It sure does.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Don't put words into his mouth.
Yeah. Yes. Because my foot is already there.
No, it is not.
The situation took a turn for the worse in April 2023 when a major PR oversight by Chanel blew the controversy wide open. The brand's team reportedly forgot to cancel a feature article in a British fashion magazine that had been greenlit back when Cate Blanchett was still the face of the campaign. The piece, which went live for 3 hours, included multiple references to Andrew Upton's short film and Blanchett's creative involvement. Screenshots circulated instantly on social media, providing the smoking gun fans needed to accuse Blake of stealing Blanchett's work and erasing her contribution. The backlash was fast and fierce, as fans realized that Blake's Fresh campaign was actually built on the bones of Blanchett's legacy. While Blake's PR team moved into an aggressively defensive mode, Blanchett took a different approach. She never publicly addressed the drama with a tabloid statement. Instead, she accepted a humanitarian award in Berlin and delivered a speech that echoed across the internet. She spoke about the difference between honoring a story and owning it like it was always yours, stating that one builds legacy while the other builds ego. Fans immediately interpreted this as a pointed but professional dig at Blake Lively. It was a masterclass in how an industry veteran handles a mean girl takeover, not by lashing out, but by reminding the world of the integrity that Blake was reportedly lacking. Blake's team allegedly underestimated how fiercely loyal Blanchett's fanbase truly was. The campaign, which was meant to rebrand Blake as a serious creative force, began to unravel as fans picked apart every misstep. A scheduled appearance on a popular YouTube fashion show was abruptly canceled after behind-the-scenes footage leaked, showing the host rehearsing a question about the Blanchett controversy. Pulling the appearance was a last-minute attempt to avoid a PR disaster, but it only served to confirm that Blake's team was terrified of the truth coming out. By this point, the fun, quirky girl image was being replaced by the villain label in the eyes of many media outlets. Blanchett's husband, Andrew Upton, eventually got the last word in June 2023 when he and Cate premiered a 2-person play at the Sydney Theatre Company. The play's original title was reportedly changed to The Credit, a move many believe was a subtle jab at Blake Lively taking credit for work she didn't write. Blanchett didn't need a media circus to make her message heard. She let her art and her actions speak for her. As Blake's campaign crumbled under the weight of sneaky maneuvers and selective outrage, Blanchett reminded the industry that true legacy is earned through years of work, not bought through cross-platform wellness deals and dragon tactics.
She's an amazing cook. Why wouldn't you be buddies with her?
Yeah, exactly. Well, because you need to fit into a superhero costume for a little while.
I've seen her go into a rage spiral. Oh, my God. And most people's violence with her, it's just baking.
But I feel Personally, I think I'm just too fragile for it. I think I'm too fragile for social media.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, I think it's just hard. You know, I'm certainly not immune to, you know, FOMO and all of that.
No, they're so
Look at these. They match my outfit. Look at those nails. Wow. Aren't they incredible?
Those are amazing.
I had time for that. I literally did it while at work. It was a little chaotic. It was worth it.
Cate Blanchett isn't the only one who has reportedly faced the lively treatment. The Unsealed drama has brought a wave of resurfaced stories about Blake's long-standing pattern of undermining co-stars when she feels threatened by their spotlight. On the set of Gossip Girl, Blake reportedly spent years picking on Leighton Meester, often making inappropriate or off-putting jokes to leave others uncomfortable. A viral clip shows Blake making a cringe-worthy joke about Meester being born in prison, while comparing other co-stars to monkeys in a cage. When people didn't laugh at these terrible borderline mean jokes, Blake would allegedly accuse them of being too uptight. This behavior was corroborated by executive producer Joshua Safran, who eventually admitted that the two leads were frenemies in real life, a dynamic Blake tried to dismiss as a media invention to pit women against each other. However, the body language of her co-stars in resurfaced interviews tells a different story, one of visible discomfort and a constant need to brush it off as just Blake being Blake. This quirky persona acted as a shield for what many describe as a diva attitude. Armie Hammer even admitted that he left the show because of Blake's behavior on set, claiming everything had to be done her way and that her meltdowns were shaking to experience. The pattern allegedly continued with Penn Badgley, with reports claiming Blake told directors and fellow cast members that he was difficult to work with from day one. It took weeks for the cast to realize that Badgley was nothing like the person Blake had described. This tactic of leading the witness and poisoning the well against colleagues is exactly what Justin Baldoni claims happened on the set of It Ends With Us. Blake doesn't just disagree with you. She reportedly goes out of her way to make sure everyone else on set has a problem with you too. It's a sophisticated form of bullying that relies on her A-list status to isolate her targets. When Baldoni came forward with claims that Blake tried to push him out of the director's chair, many were shocked but not surprised. Reports say she didn't just try to steal the spotlight, she allegedly rewrote scenes without permission and threatened to unleash her dragons, Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift, if he refused to use her changes. This shadow war for professional dominance is a recurring theme in Blake's career. From Leighton Meester to Cate Blanchett to Justin Baldoni, the selective outrage and power plays follow the same blueprint. Take credit for the work, undermine the competition, and use your powerful inner circle to silence anyone who objects.
There's an article recently saying that Leighton and I were frenemies. And it's
Frenemies? Is that the new term? Frenemies?
Yeah, we're friends, but we're also enemies. And it's really strange because they always want to pit women against each other. You don't hear about, like, Penn and Chase hating each other and being jealous and competitive.
2 seconds later.
I think I'm just brunette because of the books.
And everyone knows blondes are nicer anyway. Third moment by me.
Remember Savannah.
It was another promise was no pet monkey. Yeah. Chuck has a matching pet monkey with coordinating outfits, and I was like, I would love to be part of the show, but I can't act with a monkey. And then I got a few of them. Come on, it was a joke. Lord have mercy.
Your wardrobe? That is important. Very good.
It's very important.
This is wardrobe.
This is wardrobe. This was on the return rack. I think it was hers. So I had to go and slip them cash to wear it today.
One of the most disturbing aspects of the current backlash is the revelation of how Blake allegedly played dirty to take over the production of It Ends With Us. Beyond just creative differences, reports suggest she went behind Baldoni's back to personally lobby Colleen Hoover for the right to direct the next installment of the film series. This happened before any lawsuits were even filed, suggesting that the takeover was planned long in advance. Baldoni's contract reportedly gives him the exclusive right to direct every part of the movie, but there is a crucial morality clause that could change everything. This clause states that if the director becomes involved in any morally compromising scandal, he automatically loses all rights to the project. When you connect the dots between the whisper campaign about Baldoni's behavior and the existence of this clause, the strategy looks incredibly shady. It appears that by labeling Baldoni as toxic or abusive, Blake was aiming to trigger this clause and force him out permanently. It wasn't just about a better version of a movie, it was a high-stakes legal war designed to steal the production rights for herself. This level of calculation is exactly what Cate Blanchett was reportedly referring to when she spoke about the difference between legacy and ego. The threat of unleashing the dragons wasn't just empty talk. The unsealed documents show how Taylor Swift and Ryan Reynolds were integrated into the PR strategy to validate Blake's claims. By using the world's biggest pop star and a marketing genius as her enforcers, Blake made it virtually impossible for Baldoni, or anyone else, to fight back without facing a massive reputational risk. It's a form of institutional bullying that relies on the squad politics of the Hollywood elite to overwrite the professional rights of others. The dragon narrative is a chilling reminder of how power is leveraged in the shadows of nice guy marketing. Cate Blanchett's refusal to back down or be sidelined has given a voice to those who have been afraid to speak out against this powerhouse couple. Blanchett's insistence on professional integrity and her quiet humanitarian work stand in stark contrast to the mind-boggling sneakiness and selective outrage displayed by the Reynolds Lively camp. As the public analyzes the smoking gun evidence and the mean girl antics, the quirky fun girl image is officially dead. The industry is finally seeing that the true source of dysfunction wasn't the colleagues who were difficult, but the couple who allegedly used their dragons to burn down anyone who didn't follow their script.
About much. And the more I do, in a way, I think the less I know. And I've had a very eclectic and strange career that has taken me many places. But perhaps if there's any connective tissue in my career, it's the desire to know. It's the quest to unlock what it means to be human, that strange nub of fearful, joyful uncertainty that it is to be a human being and to live a creative life. It's fueled with uncertainty and doubt. It's the DNA of how you begin any project. You have to humble yourself and say, I don't know, I'm here to find out.
The backlash ignited by Cate Blanchett's comments has pushed the Lively Swift alliance into its most defensive position yet. As the May 2026 trial approaches, the reality of Taylor Swift being called as a hostile witness is no longer just a rumor. It's a legal necessity to explain her role in hijacking the production's credit. The unsealed documents show that Taylor wasn't just a supportive friend. She was a willing participant in the scheme to undermine Baldoni. Her dismissive comments about his trauma are now part of the public record, and her dragon status is being reframed as a tiny villain label that her fans are finding hard to swallow. The shift is visible in the industry's response to Blake's latest moves. The selective outrage she displays, labeling a director abusive for a joke she herself would make, is no longer being accepted without question. Journalists are finally looking at the receipts that prove the environment was funky because Blake and her team were ambushing the director and refusing to engage in professional communication. The unsealed evidence suggests that the hostile work environment was a manufactured narrative designed to justify a power takeover. The smoking gun isn't a single event. It's the entire 17-point list of demands that held the studio hostage. Cate Blanchett's decision to move on gracefully and professionally has highlighted the lack of those qualities in the current golden couple. While Blake and Ryan continue to coordinate with tabloids and press plants to feed negative stories about their rivals, Blanchett is reminding the world that true icons don't need to play dirty to rise. Her quiet strength and refusal to play the victim have made her the unexpected leader of the anti-Lively movement. The industry is finally starting to question how many celebrity victories are actually earned, and how many are simply the result of a shadow war fought through unredacted text threads and A-list intimidation. Ultimately, the unsealed evidence has destroyed the credibility of Blake Lively's claims of victimhood. The documents prove that the pattern of bullying began long ago and has now reached its final, desperate stage. As the world watches the fallout from the Chanel Sabotage and the Justin Baldoni feud, the dragon is no longer a protective force. It's a liability that is threatening to burn down the very reputations it was meant to save. The fresh backlash isn't just a nothing burger. It's the beginning of the end for a PR strategy that relied on confusion and sneakiness to stay on top.
We do have It Starts With Us, so I'm hoping to see you back in the double duty role.
I think there are better people for that one.
Justin.
I think Blake Lively's ready to direct. That's what I think.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
Justin said he doesn't know if he'd be game to direct the next one, but perhaps Blake would. Is that something that you would entertain?
Oh, absolutely. I think that whoever decides to take charge of the next one would do it justice. But, you know, it's a lot of people to get the same schedules together again, so we'll see.
Oh, absolutely. She's so capable of that. She is a powerhouse. She could do literally anything.
Blake Lively's supposed evidence has exposed more about Hollywood's dirty power plays than Cate Blanchett's outdated script. The unsealed scheme to replace an icon with a fresh face through calculated sabotage has turned a wellness campaign into a case study of institutional bullying, raising doubts about why Ryan and Taylor were ever part of this filing at all. Fans have called it a shocking betrayal of professional ethics, pointing out how the dragon tactics have finally been unredacted. It's a reminder that perception can outweigh truth until the icons of the industry decide to speak out. Before choosing sides, we have to ask how many stories we accept because they sound quirky, not because they've actually been proven in the cold light of a courtroom.